Welcome back. We're on Chapter 2, Lesson 3, percents greater than 100 and percents less than 1. So, please turn to page 117. So let's look at today's real-world plants. There are 220,000 species of plants on Earth. Of those, 590 are carnivorous. Plants such as the Venus flytrap catch their prey as food. Write the fraction of species of carnivorous plants in simplest form. So the first thing that we have to do is put the 590 over 220,000. Now we want to get it down to 22,000, so we're going to divide by 10, so that gives us 59. Now we're going to write our answer to 1 as a decimal rounding to the nearest thousand. Down denominator, don't go into den. I'm going to give myself some extra zero room here. Alright, bring this little line out. Bring our little decimal up here. It doesn't go into 59. It doesn't go into 590. It doesn't go into 5,900. But it does go into 59,000 two times. So that would be 44,000. And when we look at this, we want to round this to the nearest thousand. So the question is, are we there yet? We have tens, hundreds, thousands. So we have to do the next number. So let's carry this down. We've got a 0, 0, 0, 5, 1. And then we're going to bring another 0, bring him down. So, 22, 6 or 7? I think 7 would be just a bit too high, so let's go with 6. 0, 0, 0, 12, carry my 1, 13. Alright, so let's look at this number. 0.0026. And we're going to look at it, and we're going to draw our fence and look over the fence. Tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. Because that's a 6, we have to round up. So that's 0.003. So 0.003, which is approximately 0. Remember, something this infinitesimally small is not going to make a big difference in the world of science. So, when we look at this problem, each time we move the decimal one place, we have different answers. So you have to really pay attention. So down here in our conjecture, 0.3 is 30%, 0.03 is 3%. Then what would 0.003? We're adding 2 zeros, so then that would be 0.3%, which is less than 1. Alright, turn the page. Let's move on. So percents, decimals, and fractions. Percents greater than 100 or less than 1 can also be written as decimals or fractions. So we're going to write 0.2 or 2/10% as a decimal and as a fraction in simplest form. So the first thing that we're going to do is, again, write down our little mnemonic to remember. Decimal 2% is 2 to the right. Percent to decimal is 2 to the left. If you keep writing these down, guys, you'll remember them. Alright, so we have it as a percent. So we're going percent to decimal, which means we're doing 2 to the left. Let's make this bigger just so we can see our points. 2, we're going 2 to the left. 1, 2, there's not a 0, we have to put 1 in. So we have 0.02. Now, let's read that aloud. That's 2 tenths, hundredths, thousandths. That's 2 over 1,000. That is divisible by 2, which is 1/500. Now let's write 170% as a mixed number. So again, we have 170. We start here, 2 to the left, we get 1.7. Now we want to write that as a mixed number, 1 7/10. Do you get it now? It's not that hard. You just have to remember the rules. The rules, decimal to percent, 2 to the right. Percents to decimal, 2 to the left. You're dividing by 100 or you're multiplying by 100. Think about it for a minute. Get it, got it, go. Pause the video. Come back when you're done. Did you get the answers I got? Again, remembering, you're going 2 to the left. So the first one is 0.0025. Now to write that as a fraction, it's tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s. 25 over 10,000. But if we look at this in small bits first, 25 goes into 100 4 times. Then there are these 2 zeros left over. We just add them. So we know that's 1 over 400. 3, and 3 is just 3, and then 5.3, which can be written as 5.5 and 3/10. Again, remember, 2 bunny hops to the left. Let's keep going. So now we have a word problem. Jimmy's savings increased by 250%, right? 250% is a mixed number in simplest form and as a decimal. So we're at a percent. We're going to a decimal. We're going 2 to the left. 2 bunny hops. 1, 2 is 2.5. That's 2 and a half. You should recognize 0.5 as being half. So again, his increase is double, more than double, because it was 2.5. That's an awesome return on his money. Okay, your turn. Get it, got it, go. Pause the video. So now we have mixed numbers and decimals as percents. To write a decimal as a percent, multiply by 100 and add a percent sign. To write a mixed number as a percent, first write the mixed number as an improper fraction. So we have 1 and 1/4. So we do the math attack, multiply, add, keep the denominator. So 1 times 4 is 4 plus 1 is 5 over 4. Then we need to get it over 100 because we know all percents are numbers expressed over 100. So if we multiply by 25, let's see, that's 5 quarters. 5 quarters is 125. So 125 over 100 we know is 125%. Now it's your turn. Get it, got it, go. Pause the video. Did you get what I got? I got 290% and 340%. Notice on number F, I decided to go ahead and multiply by 2, and then got 34 over 10, and then I multiplied by 10, or moving it over 1, adding zeros, and got 340. It's okay to do things in 2 steps. That way you're a little bit more careful so that you don't make careless mistakes. All right, let's keep going. All right, in example number 5, we want to write 1.68 as a percent. So let's go ahead and write our little catchphrase over here. To go from a decimal to the percent, it's 2 to the right. So we just do 2 bunny hops. 1, 2, and we get 168%. We want to write 0.0075 as a percent, and again, it's always 2. Don't go more than 2. It doesn't matter if it's less than 1%. There's such a thing as less than 1. So that's 0.75%. Now, I could actually even write that as a fraction. That's 3/4%. That's not a big percentage. Think about it. It's almost 1, but not quite. Get it, gotta go. Pause the video. Did you get what I got? I got 250%. I got 0.4% and 0.16%. And again, the last two, H and I, are small percentages. And sometimes we see those percentages in growth. especially when we're talking about microorganisms. Growth is not going to occur at a very fast rate. So you're going to see growth as a number less than 1%. Okay, let's turn the page. Okay, so a cheetah is the fastest land animal in the world. The peregrine falcon is the fastest bird in the world. Its speed is 2.1 times as fast as a cheetah. Write that as a percent. So we have a decimal, 2%. You're like, Miss Morris, why do you keep writing that? Because I want you to remember. Decimal to percent is 2 to the right. So we do 2 bunny hops, and that's 210%. So peregrine falcon's speed is 210% faster than a cheetah. That's pretty incredible because we know that a cheetah is pretty fast. So let's get the got it column done. Go. Pause the video. Did you get 0.16%? A sloth is extremely slow, so we know it's not going to go very fast. Okay, do the guided practice. See you soon. Pause the video. Okay, check your answers with mine. And remember that to go from a percent to a decimal, percent to decimal is 2 to the left, and from decimal to percent is 2 to the right. And it doesn't matter how big or small a number is. You're only going to do 2 because you're multiplying and dividing by 100. You're only moving the decimal 2 place. It does not matter how small the number is. Do not just keep moving the decimal because you think it's small. Just move it 2 times. So again, check your answers. See if they match mine. Down at the bottom it says, how are percents greater than 100 used in the real world context? Every time you go to the department store, when they buy an item, they're going to mark it up more than 100% so that they can sell it as a profit. So in retail, you will always see markups greater than 100%. Thank you so much for listening. Have a great day. See you in class.